Right, this is a very brief summary of how I performed in the Elite Super Bittz Arena. I played 24 games, I finished in 162nd place. These were the Blitz games I played yesterday. The show 25, I drew the final game, but it finished after the tournament, so it didn't count in the tournament standings. So for the tournament, 8 wins, 5 draws and 11 losses. I'll just briefly show them here. See, I finished 162nd out of 590. My rating 2237 at the end of the event. My performance rating for the event 2214, average opponent 2284, and this is a summary of all the results. A couple of standout wins, once against a women's international master, and another one was against a 2400 player, which was almost my best ever win on Lichess by opponent's rating. I'll briefly show that now. You can see my rating 2236, that was after the final game was a draw. During the event I achieved a new personal best high rating, 2263, and that was the game 2403 that I won, just 2 points behind my best ever win, and the other 3, all on the 1st of Feb, were in the same event when I played in it on that day about 6 weeks ago. So a very good tournament, very pleased. Right, a women's international master. Go in berserk mode. This will be a tough game. Now, even though she's gone berserk mode, she doesn't need to play really this fast. It is a blitz game, not a bullet game. Okay, I'll challenge that. Okay, let's just take. Okay. If I take, I've got knight in now. Knight takes, take the bishop. Let's go knight in. If takes, I'll take the bishop. But there is a counter fork at this end potentially, but I could trade the queen, I guess. Yeah, that's what she's gone for. Actually, can I take here first? No, the queen can go back, so let's take. So if knight down, I think I can take the queen. Takes, gain a rook, lose a rook. So take. So can I grab a pawn? I don't see why not. Right, now get the rook across, hit the pawn. Right, I'm going to hit the knight to try and get the king active. In turn to get the rook across. Threaten a check. So check, king back, bishop back. Yeah, I better drop back there, I think. Clearly she's very, very comfortable playing quickly. Let's challenge this. Okay, now I can throw a check in. Ooh. Can I pin there? I was looking at rook across, but I think I can take. Knight back. So again I've got check. Then hit the rook. Let's cover that knight. Now, how to protect? If the knight moves, I'm just going to take it. Got there. Wow, I got it. At my level. 2400, so again another step up in class compared to what I normally play. Let's go b3, try something different this time. Actually, I'll take there and just mix up the pawn structure. Oh, he goes ultra aggressive. I'll go at g3 then. Bring the bishop this side. He might even still castle that side, you know, it's not silly, not unreasonable. I think I will, but well, now I can tempt him forward. We might just trade off a knight. Right, we will. f4 is very playable here. Actually, let's do that. f4 is very playable there. Again, f6 is also playable. Queen up. Okay, let's just develop the knight. Yeah, that's what he's gone for. So again, I've got knight across, I thought, here. And take if he takes. But potentially I've got e3 or e4 ideas to get the queen up, but if I played it now, he'd have a queen check. Actually, I won't pre-move there, because I could take with a pawn. Probably the knight, though. I think the knight makes sense. Even if I end up losing the pawn, at least we're creating counterplay, which is always good. So bishop up to support the structure. He'll take, so I mustn't move the queen or lose my rook. Right, so let's castle. No, that looks wrong. Let's push the a pawn. Let's push again. Counters, so let's push again. Right, so rook across, threatening now to take a pawn. Now, if I go with the queen, he's got queen check, king up. If I go with the bishop, I'm hitting the rook. Let's go with the queen. Pre-move in case he takes. I think he'll queen check. King up, takes. Now actually I'm threatening rook check here if I get a chance to play a move. If he checks I drop back. But I'm threatening takes, so he's cut that off. Takes, he can now take. What's wrong with rook across here? Rook over, hit the bishop, he's got rook across. Then I can take, I think, but then he's got rook takes, that's annoying. But it must be right to develop the rook. And then just drop back and hit the queen maybe, just look to trade. So I'm guessing he's going to play across. He plays the rook up this way, so if I take, if he takes with a rook, I've got a check and a take here. If I take, he takes with the bishop, I've got a check. I've no idea if this works or not, but I'm playing a stronger player, so I'm going to try it. I'm just banking on the fact that my king is safe for one whole move. And when I take back, I'm going to be hitting the bishop. So take doesn't work, so I've got to take here. I'm hitting the rook now. So that's a threat, he goes back. I've got bishop check threats. Actually, I can grab this pawn, can't I? Just take the pawn. And queen across. I look solid enough. Yeah, let's go here, so I've got the idea of rook across to pin his rook. Now I've got bishop check, he has to go here. Queen check, oh, I think he gets away with it. Can't think like this, can't afford to think for too long. Have I got check here? I'm still covering the diagonal to my king. Oops. Not covering it well enough. He won't take the bishop, but I'm going to lose on time, I think, here. Excellent. Right, I've joined the elite Super Bittz Arena here on Lichess. We have just under 30 seconds to go. You see, I'm one of the lower rated players in the tournament. 2-2-3-4 only just rating well enough to play in it. Very strong field at the top, as we would expect.
10, 9, 8.
So good
7,
luck, everybody. Let's hope we have a good event.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Oops. Right, first game. Monitor just slightly off centre there. I'll play a Caracal. 22-33, good luck. I'd normally take with a pawn there, so I'll just do something slightly different. Plays knight up. Actually, I think I'll play bishop up there. Bishop up. Okay. So I can check, but it effectively gains if I move. I think I'll just drop back. Yeah, my monitor is just slightly off centre there. Right, let's just push a pawn. Hit the knight. Comes up, so castle. Now, do I want to give up bishop for knight and double his pawn as well? He can take with a queen now, but I think I'll do it. But I think I'll take the other one as well. It'll make it interesting. Whether it's any good or not is another matter, but queen across, maybe knight up. Okay, I'll have to push the pawn, I guess, there. I don't want to get too negative. I could be getting a little bit negative here. Could be hard to break out. Knight up still looks playable. But at some point he's going to push pawns through, I guess. But knight up. Rook across. Now I might be struggling for moves a little bit. So he does indeed push, so I think I'd better play the knight up. Now can I break? Maybe exchange a rook. Maybe take there. Actually, why not just take there? So I'll hit the queen. He might grab the pawn. If he takes, take, bishop takes, rook across. He could maybe drop back. Let's just see what he does. He does take. So gain a pawn, lose a rook, gain a queen, lose a queen, gain a bishop. Doesn't look too tempting. So I think I'll take. So where does he put his bishop? He goes back, so I've got the option to grab the pawn, and I don't see anything better. So he comes down and hits the rook. Again, I don't see any way to really counter this. I think I have to play up here. Pre-move in case he takes, I don't think he will. He might repeat the position, again I doubt it. Might play a bishop down, in which case maybe rook across. Rook across, now I lose the knight, so I've got to go back. That's a good solid start though, well played. $22.10, good luck. I think you get 30 seconds to play your first move. You can see the clock there. And your time doesn't start until you play the first move. Let's switch to a Sicilian. Okay, comes forward. I think I'll push. It's safe to pre-move there. I mean, it's always possible he might make a blunder, but this early on a game it shouldn't happen, of course. Hit the bishop, he won't take there, I doubt. Just play d3. Make room for the bishop or the knight. Let's just bring the bishop up. Again, I don't think he'll take this, but you never know. Knight up can challenge the knight, but I like knight here, maybe go forward. Just pressuring the pawn here. Protects it. So I could drop the bishop back. I think I'll hit this bishop. Right, now I'll bring the queen up. Now, is it worth c3, d4? Is it worth an immediate c4? Plays over. I could always sack a knight and pawn to get rid of a bishop. Knight in, knight up. I think I'm going to push a pawn here, actually, see what he does. He does counter it. Now I'll move the rook across. Right, now c3 and maybe d4. If he takes, I've got a dilemma, pawn or queen. He goes back, okay, so I'll play d4. So he pushes up, I might as well take there then, try and eliminate a weakness. So now I've got knight can come in, rook takes looks wrong. Knight over is playable, hit the rook. Yeah, I like the look of that, let's play up. Now, can I get activity on his king? I don't see how right now. Pawn up's not playable. Rook up maybe. Yeah, I'm going to bring the rook up. I want to try and get a rook on this side if I can. Maybe knight to g5, rook across. So knight up. Rook over. So there is a threat to take, it's defended by the queen. Knight takes, king takes, queen check. I don't think works. Okay. Let's drop back. Okay, I think I better take. I've got knight round and a check threat potentially. It's hard to break through otherwise. take, take. Queen up, let's push a pawn. He grabs, okay. Let's bring the knight back. Threatening to take. Take, take, check. Let's just push the pawn, try and get forward if we can. I might be just losing this game now, of course. So again, take, take, knight check is a threat. But as long as he covers the diagonal, he should be alright. So I've probably lost this one. But not to worry, these things happen. Queen across, sensible. So take, take, knight check, knight takes. I really don't want to trade, but how do I avoid? Yeah, I'm taking big risks now because I really can't afford to trade. He's hit the rook as well as threatening mates. I don't see how I defend that. Queen across, I suppose, but I'm short of time as well now. It is possible for him to mess this up. I doubt he will, but it's possible. Ooh, can I push? No, I don't think I can. I think I'll repeat. Oh, I missed it. Wow. Just missed the obvious. Wow. Oh, he's obviously meant a castle there and just done a mouse slip. It's a bit unfortunate. Happens to everybody though. Bring the knight round. I could play a knight up and tempt him to push, but again I'm not sure that's really worth it. I think I'd rather take. Now drop knight back. He pushes again. Okay, I'd probably best stop that. He might even get tempted to really go all in. Knight over. So I'll challenge that knight. I think I'm okay to take. Pressure on the pawn, hit the pawn. Okay, I could play rook across here, I guess. Yeah, if pawn down, I can drop the queen back. Now, how to get my bishop out? That's a big, big question. He does indeed push, so let's just drop back. Now, he's given me a5 as an idea there. He could play b5, then maybe queen back. Right, so he's brought his rook up. a5, I think makes sense. If rook across, I can move the queen maybe c7 or b6. Let's go to where there's still pressure on the rook. If he takes, I'm planning on taking with the rook. He plays across, might as well take them. Now, if I take, he can take, check. He's got a knight to block, so that doesn't do much. Ooh, if I go up, he can just take, can't he? Let's throw in a check. Now play up. Yeah, I've kind of got a bit bogged down again. Happened in the first game with black. Got to get more active development. Ooh, so he's gone for queen takes. It's a big, big, big threat. So I guess king across. He's looking at obviously this. He comes right down. Okay, so queen up. Doesn't threaten out, so protect the knight. The queen does cover, and covers the bishop, I am aware, but he might have some spectacular sack here. Otherwise I want to just push and develop. Push, try and simply develop. I don't think I can just push the pawn right up. He plays over, so now I've got queen up maybe. Check, he moves, so... Hold on, can I pin the knight there? Pin the knight to the queen. He's got rook across. I'm just struggling to break out, getting bogged down. Whoa. So have I got anything spectacular? No, I'm going to have to go for this. I've maybe given him a cross there. Rook across. What? Oh, I've given him it with the knight. Wow. He could have taken with the knight there. His rook is just completely boxed in, isn't it? Just completely boxed in. So if I get maybe rook across and rook up, it's a big threat to deal with. I should be winning, but at my level they're never over till they're over. He plays up. Okay, I might as well keep the bishop on the board. Now hit the rook. He's looking at getting his rook across, I guess. That's a check. That's a good win, excellent. Whoa. Let's develop. I think I'm going to push there. It looks a very odd move. Might get me into trouble, but let's just see. Okay, knight up. Now the knight has got an escape route if I need it. A5 is playable. He's obviously going to look at this. My bishop is currently trapped, of course, if it works. If he finds a way to make this work, maybe knight down I've got to be careful of. Hits the bishop. I'd probably best drop back, I guess, and hit the knight. Okay, can I take? He takes. No, taking isn't an option, I don't think. Going forward doesn't seem to be an option either. Let's drop right back. Maybe I should have taken the knight first, but it lines up his queen on a dangerous diag. Okay, let's go in and hit the bishop. Pre-move in case he takes. I don't think he will. Plays over. So I can take, he takes. I think I'll play rook across. He might grab the pawn. Oh, I've walked into a pin, have I? I have. So I better play across. If I can at least grab the dangerous pawn. Knight ups pawn. Oh, you can just take anywhere. You can just take anywhere because the knight hangs. Take, take, rook takes. Yeah, this one's over. Maybe I should have played knight back looking for a check, but it doesn't really do anything, does it? So this one should be over now. I've just again lost a bit of concentration. Okay. I think I'll play knight back, hit the bishop. I can see he's got a check, but he can even take there, I think. I think he can get away with it. Can I go on the dark square? Not sure. Maybe he'll swing across, but his bishop's being hit. But if he takes and I take, pre-move in case he does, he's still got rook across to hit both knights. So he drops back. So take, take. I'm going to go for the second rank there. I've got this, it's my one asset, so grab a pawn. Ooh, can't go there. If I went there, of course, he had potentially ideas like this, even though the knight covers. He might be able to chase it away. I've got to be a bit careful. This is my best chance, I think. So I've got knight forward. Hit the pawn. But can I get away with pushing even if he counters? Push, he takes, push. Don't think it quite works, so hit the bishop again. Bishop check is covered, rook check is covered. I've still got a pawn. Bishop down. Let's push the pawn. I really don't want to play this, but I don't think I've got much choice. I really should have kicked his bishop, of course, shouldn't I, while I had the chance. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything at all here. Wow, I managed to play it out for a draw. I really should have lost that one. Did well. Now he goes for it. Okay. Made a complete mess up here. Made a really big mess up here. This is not how you play this opening. I'm going to have to try and play d5. Knight back can't be played. Queen up he can just push. Knight up he can push. Maybe knight over. He can grab a pawn and I can play d5. He can come in, I can play queen up, I think. If he checks, I take the queen, he takes my queen, I grab the pawn. Unless I'm missing something, I could be completely lost. He does indeed push, so take back. Knight up. I've got a chance to grab another pawn. Bishop up. I think I'll take the pawn. Take back if he takes. He plays up. So if I push up, he takes, I take, and he takes my bishop. So realistically, I've got to drop back and let him take something here, if not both. If he takes, I take here. If he grabs this pawn, I'll take. Maybe he's got rook across, but I think I can support. Whoa, he castles. I didn't expect that. Can't go there. I could play knight across actually, then he's got pawn down. I think I've just got to step here. So he's going to play pawn up and hit the knight. So I'll still take, I think. Not a very pleasant position. So take. Throw in a check. So he's got the problem now. Does he come over? He doesn't. So if I play king up, try and get the other rook active. He might take the knight. Yeah, pre-move in case he does. The bishop check is covered by my bishop. Grabs the pawn, I've got a rook check, and he'll end up running back. So he does, so rook check just makes logical sense from a development point of view. So now have I got bishop check, he just runs over, rook check, so check, over, rook check, he can simply block. So I'm going to lose pawns somewhere, so how do I want to play it? My gut feeling is to keep this and not worry about this one. Plays rook across, so now have I got bishop check? Now have a rook check, because now he can't block, but check, over, check maybe. No, my gut feeling is just to trade there. And again, I can protect it. I don't see anything better. I don't see how I can keep this. He can maybe try ideas like this at some point. Otherwise I'll just push the pawn. Okay, well I'll trade first. Now come over. Oh, we're getting short of time now, I've just realised. Pay better attention to the clock. Oh, I've given him an advanced pawn, that's not good. Pre-move in case he takes. So try and get back on a dark square. Let's go forward. That's another draw. Well played. And 2389 is a step up in rating, of course. Plays knight up, so we can obviously simplify that. Okay. I'm going to try and play an early e5 here. He's got ideas of queen down. I want to play e5. So I'll play that. Okay. Keep the queen where it's a bit more defensive. Now I'm threatening a bishop up there. Oops. Bishop up, but I think he can defend it, can he? Actually, that's not a good move, is it? I might sack here then. I'm going to drop back and try and win 2 pawns, assuming he takes. In fact, I could take and win the bishop there. Rook over. So where do I put the bishop? Let's tempt him to push forward before we drop right back. Okay, takes. So can I go up? He's going to take the rook anyway, I think. Actually, let's move the rook over, let him take the pawn. Very dangerous this though, because there's a mate threat if he takes. Yeah, this is just over, isn't it? I've just played poorly this game. If he grabs the pawn, there's an immediate mate threat, so I think I'll have to play f6. That's what he's played. Now, how do I get active? I just don't see it. Knight's got to move somewhere. Now he can just take and he grabs the pawn. Not much I can do about this. He can obviously simplify if he wishes. Yeah, he just pushes now. Yeah, that one's just a poor game, isn't it? Very well done. Doing very well, these players at the top. Now another 2300 and 1-1 against this opponent. He plays up so I can take. I think I will actually just take. D4 I guess makes logical sense. Now I'll probably bring the knight this side. I could play up and bishop up to try and trade his bishop. If I like the look of that. If he doesn't take. Oh, he does take. Wow. Didn't expect that. So bring the knight over. Question is, do I try and play for f4? I don't think so. So target this pawn. I'm aware he can push here. Let's support the bishop just so we have the option to take. Pressure on the pawn. Okay. Drop the queen back off this file. Right, let's hit this pawn. Now, can I get away with pushing? I'm giving him this middle pawn, but I'm trying to take this one. Now I can go with rook or with bishop there. Let's go with the rook. Now, depending on where his queen goes, this pawn's being hit as well. So if I take, can I get my rook back? That's the question. Or is the rook just permanently lost? I think I'll play across. So again, I've got the option of queen up. I can grab the pawn, but the problem is, can I get the rook back? I'm not sure I can. If I go up, has he got bishop down? No, I'm threatening to take. So let's play up. Well, see, if bishop down, I'm just looking at simply rook takes. If he takes and I get my queen here, there is obviously a mate threat. Oops. So he can play the knight down. So takes, it's a good move. Now have I got any intermediate moves to counter that? Rook back. I don't see it. I think I'm going to have to take, but I really don't want to trade the queen. I might be forced to. I think I'm forced to there. So let's try and work a way for the king to come over somehow, but his knight covers this square. Obviously, this does really favour the stronger player when you get to an end game like this, but what do I do? If I push, he can counter push. So I'm going to try and make some space just to try and get the king up. If I go up, he's going to knight check, that's an issue. So I could go here, but he can play up and hit the bishop, but I want my king this side, but I don't see how to do it, so I'm going to have to go up this side. Gotta get active. Can I play this? That's what I'm looking at. If I push, that's what I'm going to play. Okay. Now, can I get after this pawn? Nope, I don't see it. Let's move the knight. Oh, I'm getting short of time now. I'm threatening a check to hit the pawn. I'm getting a little short of time. He plays up. So I want to try and fix his pawn on the dark square because I've got the bishop. Okay, let's hit the pawn. He's hitting my pawn. Another draw. Wow, pretty good result though. Interesting game, well played. Right, a women's international master. Going berserk mode. This will be a tough game. Now, even though she's gone berserk mode, she doesn't need to play really this fast. It is a blitz game, not a bullet game. Okay, I'll challenge that. Okay, let's just take. Okay. If I take, I've got knight in now. Knight takes, take the bishop. Let's go knight in. If takes, I'll take the bishop. But there is a counter fork at this end potentially, but I could trade the queen, I guess. Yeah, that's what she's gone for. Actually, can I take here first? No, the queen can go back, so let's take. So if knight down, I think I can take the queen. Takes, gain a rook, lose a rook. So take. So can I grab a pawn? I don't see why not. Right, now get the rook across, hit the pawn. Right, I'm going to hit the knight to try and get the king active. In turn to get the rook across. threaten a check. So check, king back, bishop back. Yeah, I better drop back there, I think. Clearly she's very, very comfortable playing quickly. Let's challenge this. Okay, now I can throw a check in. Ooh. Can I pin there? I was looking at rook across, but I think I can take. Knight back. So again I've got check, then hit the rook. Let's cover that knight. Now, how to protect? If the knight moves, I'm just going to take it. Got there. Wow, I got it. The problem I had there was the bishop was on the wrong diagonal. She knew the technique. Well, that's excellent. That's an excellent win. She knew the right technique because I can't really chase the king out. With more time on the clock, I would not have won that, but that's excellent. I think that's only my 4th ever win against a women's international master. Again, if she hadn't have gone berserk mode, she'd have been a strong favourite, of course. She pretty much played a very, very good game, so, well, that's an excellent win at my level. Excellent. Oops, put the leaders on. Get another one playing really, really quick. Don't need to play quite so quick when it's blitz. Okay, let's just try it. I'm only trying this because the knight's there and cutting this, so push. Okay, I think I'm okay to take here. There isn't actually a real serious threat though, I don't think. I do a take, I think I'll push. I just mustn't forget that my bishop is currently guarded by the queen. I know I'll take there because there's a weakness here. So take. Might as well take there as well. Get the queen up. Knight in, knight down is a move, but then I think I can take. So if knight down I can take and win a pawn. F3 is tempting, but I think F3 is pretty essential to stop this. Queen across. I better drop back, so I don't think there's a good attack there, but I've got a square for the knight potentially. We've got a nice weak pawn here, but my bishop is completely bogged down. Ooh, definitely trade that, that's a weak knight. So knight across or e4. I think I'll play e3. Knight over I'd like. That's a good move. Very annoying. If I play up, I've got to play up, but everything's getting a bit loose now. just getting a little bit loose. Can I develop the bishop? Maybe the knight over. Yeah, gets rid of the weakness. That's annoying, didn't want that. My gut feeling is to push there or just ignore it. Now, I'll probably play king up, but the problem is there's knight check ideas if I do. Maybe here, connect the rooks. I don't want this position to just horribly fall apart. It might do. Actually, let's play knight over because there are threats here, but I'll take with a queen. Now, I'm threatening to take a pawn. Ooh, has he missed that? I'll just take a pawn and threaten mate there. So there's a threat here. There's also a double threat here. Okay. Let's go with the queen. Pawn up. That's a good move. If I take, there's a back rank rook check. So let's drop back. Okay. Let's castle. So I'm going to lose one of these pawns, but still got a very good position. Just go nice and solid, no issues. Okay, what's the technique here? I think just try and run up. Okay, check. Check. Again, I don't think I can win this. Actually, can I run the king in? I'll probably offer him a draw here. Clearly I'm better, but I'm down on time and I don't see how I'm going to actually win it. Yeah, I'll offer him a draw. I can't see how I can get out here. We can both keep each other's kings tied down. Well, I offered him a draw, he didn't take it, but then repeats, but it's a good result for me. Excellent. Wow, my performance 22.52, average opponent 22.54. Very, very tough. I've only got 9 points. Now Sergey's working his way up there. Tihon is playing as well. How's he getting on? There he is. No, 20 points. Wow, look at that. 22.09, good luck. Yeah, just trade. I want to start getting a bit more attacking though. I've been getting a little bit bogged down, haven't I? I've been getting this bishop in particular just completely hemmed in with the black pieces. Okay, let's hit the rook. Now, is it worth taking and just simplifying everything? Let's just simplify the whole lot again. He might take the queen, pre-move just in case. I'll take. Now, how do I deal with this? I think g6 makes sense here. Oops. Players up. Just to cut the diagonal, give the king a square. Players up. So this is obviously going to be a problem. I've got bishop up. Okay, let's hit the rook. But this is his advantage, of course, the extra pawn on the open side. So I think f5 makes sense to try and rush to the middle. Plays up. So I could just do an immediate check now, get the rook off. Yeah, I think that looks sensible. I've got to get the bishop back ideally to there to cover the diagonal. And now I've got to get the king rapidly active. So bishop first. Hold on, let's push. I might be misplaying this, of course. Difficult position. Trade. Do I have enough counterplay here? My gut feeling is to trade, I don't know why. Just a gut feeling. My gut feeling is to try and push this side. Maybe I should have played the pawn forward immediately there. I guess I should have done. So pawn up, takes. I'm going to try and push here. But obviously he can push and he can force my king back. Oh, that's a mistake, is it? Oh, if I take, he pushes down. I think I can take. Now I'm threatening to push here. I can go across. Yeah, going across first. How does he stop me? Excellent, he doesn't. I did have good technique, that's excellent, isn't it? Excellent. Oh, Sergei's gone to the top of the standings asleep. I'll show that in a second. Very, very impressive scoring from these. Look at that there. What a run that is. That's astonishing, isn't it? There's me. 2297 performance from my first 10 games. That's excellent at my level. 2400, so again another step up in class compared to what I normally play. Let's go b3, try something different this time. Actually I'll take there and just mix up the pawn structure. Oh, he goes ultra aggressive. I'll go g3 then. Bring the bishop this side. He might even still castle that side, you know, it's not silly, not unreasonable. I think I will, but well, now I can tempt him forward. We might just trade off a knight. Right, we will. f4 is very playable here. Actually, let's do that. f4 is very playable there. Again, f6 is also playable. Queen up. Okay, let's just develop the knight. Yeah, that's what he's gone for. So again, I've got knight across, I thought, here. And take if he takes. But potentially I've got e3 or e4 ideas to get the queen up, but if I played it now, he'd have a queen check. Actually, I won't pre-move there, because I could take with a pawn. Probably the knight, though. I think the knight makes sense. Even if I end up losing the pawn, at least we're creating counterplay, which is always good. So bishop up to support the structure. He'll take, so I mustn't move the queen, I'll lose my rook. Right, so let's castle. No, that looks wrong. Let's push the A pawn. Let's push again. Counters, so let's push again. Right, so rook across, threatening now to take a pawn. Now, if I go with the queen, he's got queen check, king up. If I go with the bishop, I'm hitting the rook. Let's go with the queen. Pre-move in case he takes. I think he'll queen check. King up, takes. Now actually I'm threatening rook check here if I get a chance to play a move. If he checks I drop back. But I'm threatening takes, so he's cut that off. Takes, he can now take. What's wrong with rook across here? Rook over, hit the bishop, he's got rook across. Then I can take, I think, but then he's got rook takes, that's annoying. But it must be right to develop the rook. And then just drop back and hit the queen maybe, just look to trade. So I'm guessing he's going to play across. He plays the rook up this way, so if I take, if he takes with the rook I've got a check and a take here. If I take, he takes with the bishop, I've got a check. I've no idea if this works or not, but I'm playing a stronger player, so I'm going to try it. I'm just banking on the fact that my king is safe for one whole move. And when I take back, I'm going to be hitting the bishop. So take doesn't work, so I've got to take here. I'm hitting the rook now. So that's a threat, he goes back. I've got bishop check threats. Actually, I can grab this pawn, can't I? Just take the pawn. And queen across. That looks solid enough. Yeah, let's go here, so I've got the idea of rook across to pin his rook. Now I've got bishop check, he has to go here. Queen check, oh, I think he gets away with it. Can't think like this, can't afford to think for too long. Have I got check here? I'm still covering the diagonal to my king. Oops. Not covering it well enough. He won't take the bishop, but I'm going to lose on time, I think, here. Excellent. Wow, that is excellent, isn't it? Another win against a 2400. That is excellent. Wow. back to the tournament. We are 1 hour in, so 1 hour to go. I've had a very, very good first hour. 23.52 performance from 11 games. So that's bound to tail back a bit. That's me really stretching my limits. I'll play Sicilian this time instead of... I go c3. I think knight up here is okay, and then e6. Depending on what he does. I think e6 if I remember. Okay, take. I think just bishop up. Check. I can go queen or bishop. Let's just go with the queen, keep it simple. Now I could castle either side there. Actually I can play knight up and hit that bishop immediately, but knight up, yeah, no point to try and get fancy. My pawn is the weakness here, of course, so it might get lost, you never know. Let's just develop both of the rooks, bring the other one across. I'm going to find it very, very tough to keep this, so I might have to work on development. Right, give the king a square, so that's taken care of. Oh, now I can double his pawns up there, so I'll play up. But I've still got the big, big, big problem with this. How do I deal with it? Probably don't is the answer. Rook up across, you can always push here, so yeah. Defending that pawn isn't really too great a strategy, so I'll bring the king up. Okay. Rook up, rook takes, knight takes. I think this is playable. I've got myself into a slightly awkward position though, I must remember this opening. Now I've got knight down here. Yeah, his knight can't directly hit my pawn, so I'm going to play back. Maybe go in and hit his pawn if I get a chance. Maybe just push the pawn and try and give him the isolated pawn and split them. That gives me a half a chance. If I just lose the pawn, then I'm really struggling. He plays up, so he has given me knight in. Now, do I go knight here, hit the pawn? He has to defend with a rook, then I can push. And if he pushes the pawn, I take here. If I go in here, he can just push. So I'm going to go this way. So he can't play this without losing here. Then I'm going to try and push here, I think. Right, so we've tied his rook down. So if I push, it frees up his knight. So first of all, I'm going to play up and support this. So he's played knight over. Oh, I've maybe given him knight down, so I'll try and cut his king. He does play knight down, so I've probably got to take now. But can I go after his pawn? He plays up. If I counter push first, then if he pushes, I can counter push. Plays across. So can I ignore that? I don't think I can. If I go up, he's maybe got this, but I think it's the safer way. Just hope this doesn't win. Yeah, he knows what he's doing here, doesn't he? I've messed this technique up here. I've made a little bit of a mess of this. So I think we're going to end up trading pawn for pawn. So obviously if his king comes any further across, I can just take. So again, can I counter here? I'm not sure I can. Yeah, he's driven my king back a square there, that's very good. Ah, now I can get a pawn fixed forward. Oh, the clock. I hadn't looked at the clock. Wow. I hadn't even looked at it. Nothing I can do now then. Yeah, there's no point trying here, is there? I've got no counterplay at all. Let's just assume he moves somewhere. Push up. Well done. In. Yeah, I've just messed this one up. Nothing I can do, just give him that. Which is the resign one? That's that one. Well done. $22.13, good luck. Okay, that's a safe pre-move because there was no immediate challenge. Okay. Again, he's gone really, really quick out the opening. I'm not sure why. Okay, so I can push. Trade. I think I'll play up this side first. Right, now I'll go for e4. If he takes, I could take with a pawn, but I think I'll take with the knight. Takes, rook takes, he moves his knight somewhere, drop the rook back. Yeah, I'll pre-move in case he takes. And I've just got to drop the rook back, otherwise he's got nasty discoveries. I don't think there's any merit going across here. I think that's quite easy to defend. So he does come forward, so is there any sack possible? Gain a knight, lose a rook, gain a bishop, lose a knight, gain a pawn, queen up, I don't think it works. Rook across, I just see it getting into a lot of trouble. Let's drop back. Oh, I've blundered I thought I blundered a piece there, wow. It is double covered. I thought I just blundered for a minute, but it's double protected. I should have put the rook here, I guess. Maybe go up and kick the knight, maybe just take the knight with a bishop next move, but that plants my c-pawn backwards. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to take there. I'm just going to have to accept a backward pawn. So you probably take the bishop, he does. Now, have I got anything cheeky here? Gain a pawn? No, I don't. Now, rook up, he's got pawn down. Let's play f4 first. Again, I've gone into a slightly difficult position here. And this is a big weakness. Big weakness. So I'm looking at queen up. But this is going to be really tough to play out of now. Hold on. Queen up, queen up. Let's go up and hit the rook. He'll presumably go across. But if there's no pressure on the pawn, because I'm hitting his pawn as well. So he might go here, he does. No. Try and get the rook active and bring it up this way. Oh, mind you, we can potentially get the bishop still in though. So not easy this. He plays up, so queen down, he's got queen across to get the queens off the board. So let's go across and hit the rook again. Maybe getting the queens off isn't a bad thing. I'm hitting his rook and his queen at the same time. He might have missed that. He can obviously drop the queen back, but then I might grab a pawn. Take. Take, doesn't work. Let's take. Now queen can come back. Oh, that's got to be a terrible blunder. Has he got queen check? He has. What? Okay. So clearly it's better for me to trade the queen if possible. I'm trying to get this pawn as well. If that pawn falls, then his chance falls. But I've got time here. I've got to use my time. Take. Check up. Probably wins, but not clean. What's wrong with just rook across there? 3 attack, 2 defend. Look to trade, threaten checkmate. He's doing a very good job here, isn't he? Very good. I might even lose this. Oh wow, I've managed to lose it. How have I done this? Wow. Wow, he had a repetition there and he didn't play it through. Excellent. That was purely down to the advantage of time on the clock. That's why I played on there. That's the only reason I played on there, because I was up on time. But he had a repetition and he didn't take it. Now, do we want to go really attacking? I think I'll keep it more straightforward. Go the slightly more cautious route. I think knight over is playable here if I remember. Don't want to mess the theory up. I can't take because there's a mate threat. I think pawn up actually looks fine. He doesn't take, but now I can take. I think bishop up and castle is alright here. Actually, let's bring the knight up first because we get a tempo on the queen maybe. It's castle. I'd like to swap knight for that bishop. Okay, we can really simplify, but I've got knight over to hit the queen as well there. Now I'll get the tempo on the queen and trade next move with the knight on a better square. Now get the knight centralised. So we're hitting a pawn there. Okay. So knight in threatens a check. Clearly he should see this. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. Wow, I can't believe that. He just missed it. These things happen to everybody, of course, at our level. Wow. So 2263. Excellent. That might be my new personal best rating. I'd have to double check that after the event, but that might be a new PB for me, that. Now another one, 2400. Well, all but a point. So again, at my level, this is a real step up in class. Of course, I've already won games against players of this level in this event, but I think here, if I remember, the idea is to bring the knight over first and then you worry about expanding. I think bishop up, and I'm quite happy to drop back and trade if he wants the knight over. So I've got queen up and bishop this way, or maybe actually queen up. This is the problem, but I can go up. Yeah, let's go that way. I can always drop the bishop back if I change my mind, but otherwise I'll just push up. Knight over, I can drop back, I can trade. Okay, trade the bishop. I'm going to push a pawn here, I think. Right, now another one. Giving him the centre pawn, so it's really, really risky, this. Really risky. So I need to give my king a square so there's no immediate back rank issue. And then I can try and get my knight over. I'm kind of thinking g6 rather than h6. Is that right? Is that wrong? Ooh, we can trade now. Okay, I'm going to have to trust my endgame here. I want the knight on this file so the pawn can't directly push. And I don't want my king too far off this side. That's a good move, but take, this pawn is going to be lost. So I might as well push it then, but I've got a serious problem to deal with here. Yeah, I think with good technique he should win this now. Again, I'm going to have to throw pawns forward and just hope for the best. He pushes, so he's given my knight a square. King up, he's got knight check. I've got to put the knight there and cover this. Now, can I push and then push? I'm looking at this, this and this. How does he stop the queen? He might be able to, you know, actually, but yeah, I thought I could push there. I'm guessing he can push. He does stop it, doesn't he? Wow. He does stop it, that's annoying. He got that extra tempo to come across. Yeah, that's over now, no point playing on that. Very well done. I'm 2-2 against this opponent. Player 4 this time. I played an immediate e4 earlier against somebody else. King pushes up. So I'll just play up. I could even take with a knight actually, so I don't get a split pawn. The take with a knight is perfectly playable. But you know what, I don't mind taking with the pawn now. Again, he's never going to take that knight, I don't think, but let's pin his knight here now. Okay. I don't see the point actually in kicking that bishop. I'm going to bring the queen up. Oh, look at my time, what have I done? My time has just evaporated completely. Okay, I've got to start playing just that teeny weeny little bit quicker. Can I push here now? I'm gonna risk this. Rook across isn't a move, so let's push. So now rook across is a potential move. Wow, that's a terrible blunder, isn't it? That's a dreadful blunder. Threatening potentially to come down at the right moment, but he's hit that immediately. Can I take? Doesn't quite work, so I'll have to go back, so that was a waste of time. Clearly I've got to try something here. I'm a minute down on the clock. I've played this one fairly poorly. So let's go up, hit the pawn. Ooh. Knight down, knight in. Let's go back, hit the queen. Yes. Yeah, I've got nothing there, have I? It's going to happen though at this level. Well, I've still performed at 2300 for my first 16 games. Well above my personal best rating. Wow, what a battle at the top. What a close battle at the top. Now 2468, so again, I'm getting tougher. Okay, I think knight over's okay here. Okay, let's just develop. There's no point trying to attack that pawn too early. Okay, let's play up just to pressure the pawn. Not doing too much, just gentle pressure. Now, have I got knight away somewhere? We're hitting his knight. Yeah, he might miss it and take and just forget that his knight's being hit. I doubt it. But it gives me a chance to maybe play f6 or play up. Knight this way maybe. Takes, he takes. Yeah, let's just try and mix it up a little bit. He goes back. So if he takes, I have to take with a pawn, of course, now. Again, I could play bishop up and sack a pawn. I can put bishop on f6. Oh, maybe I can go up and hit the rook first there. Now, can I go forward e5? It's so risky because it gives him a passed pawn, doesn't it? I won't risk it. Now I can grab a pawn. He can't play rook across because of the bishop. Again, I'm getting really low on time already. I'm actually hitting... Oh, he's dropped his bishop. He just had a lapse in concentration. That's happened to me a few times. But of course he's well up on the clock and he's a strong player. If I go across, am I getting the queen trapped? Possibly. I'll put the bishop forward if I can. Get that cemented. Now can I push? I'm going to try and open it up. Get rid of one of the rooks. If he takes, I think I'm going to play queen up. Not sure it creates anything though. Actually, if he takes a pawn, maybe rook up looks strong. He comes up. So I threaten to just get the queen off the board. He can't take now because of the pin, so I've really planted the bishop. Hit the pawn. I'm going to lose this on time. Ooh, can he just come down? I can't take. Wow. I can't stop it, can I? I've blundered it. Blundered it completely. Wow. Just completely blundered it. Yeah, that's just time pressure. Well done. Should have won that game. Well done. They're the leaders. What is it? Just over half an hour to go, so another 5 or 6 games left, I guess. Right, 22:44. Good luck. Well, let's play just a little bit quicker in the opening. Okay. I think I'll actually take this time. Obviously, knighting is a potential move, but he's got a queen check to break it easy enough. He'd be able to play queen check, so... I better defend that, I think, but now my knight is wide open, so probably have to drop the bishop back. He's got ideas like this, of course. I need to get castled as fast as possible here. Yeah, I've got to play up there. Once I get castled, I can be a bit more adventurous. We can maybe throw a knight forward. So now he's broke the pin, so I'll take the knight. Knight covers the check here. Very important. Alright, so now I'll take this and then I'll go forward. He's got a potential discovery on the rook, I have seen it. A pawn forward, I've got a choice. Do I take? Do I give him the rook? So rook across, he takes, rook across. I've got to trust that I can defend this. Whether I can is another matter, of course. Right, let's go up and then try and play rook across and up. Maybe I should have played king up there, allowing bishop back actually, yeah. Just realised that now. He might be able to storm forward here, so king up allows h3 as well. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3 attacking it, 1, 2, 3 defend, but the bishop is going to come in. If queen back, I can take. So bishop down is important. If queen back, I can just take. So if I take, he takes, I take. I think I'm okay to take. Okay. I think I can put the bishop. Ooh, bishop back, he's got check. I can't put the bishop back. So I think I hit the queen now. He can check now. I have to go back. Maybe to f1. Difficult. Okay, so I've made a bit of a mess of this. This is just lost. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here, is there, to stop the checkmate? Oh, I meant to resign there, I didn't mean to offer a draw. So I've just hit a poor run now, 4 losses in a row, but not to worry. Wow, this is a very bold opening, but I quite like that. Right, I'm going to take this one. So pawn up to try and make this a bit more solid. So do I take? Do I drop back and take? I think I better take. Okay, no, I'm not going to take there. Let's just play rook across. I might have to take the knight, of course. Hold on, can I push there? If he takes, I grab here. So he's going to have to take here first. So again, I'm taking a little bit of a risk. Knight can go this way, so it's got an escape square. He's got to be careful with his queen because the rook covers all of this. Knight up. Okay, I think I better just drop back. But now taking is more playable. Has he dropped a bishop there? He just blundered a piece. He's got this, he's a bit lucky. So, hold on, where do I go? Here. Wow. I might have to sack there, mightn't I? Well, these pawns are monstrous anyway, so what do I do? Let's go forward, threaten a check, threaten a check. He's got a check I can sidestep. Ooh, so he's given me this check. And he has to go there, so it's a free rook. He can't go there because of the queen. So I've got another check. Then I can come back. Oh, I've blundered it again anyway. What am I doing? I've just blundered a rook back. I'd seen it as well, hadn't I? I said I'd seen it. Wow. Let's drop back here. Try and just cover this square, hit this. Again, he might play up to go this way, but I'm just trying to open this king up. Well, I should have had this game easily won and I'm going to lose it. He pushes up. So take. So I've got queen across potentially here. And maybe rook across, maybe bishop up first. Yeah, stop his knight coming in, then rook across. Again, he's got these monsters, so I don't think I can actually stop them. I don't think my attack does enough. Pre-move in case he pushes. It's a safe pre-move. Because if he doesn't, it won't happen. Grabs the pawn. Wow, why didn't he take back? If he blocks that, I can take the knight. Blocks with the knight, I take the queen. Now I've got this pawn here, that's what my key may be. He's out of checks now, is he? Oops. He is now. I'm still up on the clock. That's better, that's better, excellent, excellent. Just take a 30-second break before my next game. 22 minutes left. Right, there are the standings at the top. $157, but $22.50. I think I'm doing very well. Okay, I've had a losing streak there, but a few careless games, but I thought overall I've done pretty well so far. 22.47. I've already lost to this opponent, so I'm 1-0 down. He's given me a lovely square for the knight now, so I'll go after that. He can counter it here, of course. I can drop back. Yeah. Otherwise I'll take if I get a chance and plant the knight forward. Wow, he just pushes. Okay, well let's take the knight first, then hit the queen and pressure the pawn. So he comes over. So I think just drop back to stop the pawn push. Pushes, so he's given me a lovely chance to push there. I'm going to risk this. Whether it's any good or not, I don't know, but I'm going to risk it. Too inviting not to. He goes back. So I think I can take now. He can't take now because of the pin. So I'm threatening to win another pawn. Oh, it's a free knight. Okay, that's protected. So can't I just take here? Yeah, he just resigns, he just blundered there. That's better, excellent. Happens to everybody though. Everybody blunders in Blitz. Now, this is a 2300, but I'm actually 3-0 up against this opponent. Let me choose to take. So he's going to play up and play the bishop up to target the diagonal, I guess. So let's play up and he'll play a knight down and I'll play back. He doesn't, okay. I think I'll play knight up. Actually, rook across first, then bishop back. Ooh, well now he's given me a pin, so he has to block. I'm going to take... Yeah, let's go for it and trade the bishop. Hit the queen, act as a temporary block. I think I'm going to plant the knight forward. Obviously there is this annoying move, not much I can do about that, but move over and shift the knight. Knight over, so I've got knight down. No I don't, because I've got this problem. I've got knight in, I've got queen up. Let's play queen up. Plays down, so I'll take. So if he pushes, I can't counter without losing this, so I'm going to have to kick that knight immediately if I can. He's kicked my knight. Actually, I can go in and hit the rook there. I've just got to be careful I don't get the knight trapped. So kick his knight, he can come forward and hit this. So, not ideal, he chooses not to. Can I push? He's protecting this. Push, takes, I'm going to have to play it. So again, he can push here and kick me, so not brilliant. Can I push? Lose a knight, gain a knight, lose a rook, gain a rook. Lose a pawn doesn't work very well for me. If I drop back, he can take. I think I'm going to have to risk this, but I don't think it actually works. I think he just ends up with a clear passed pawn, but again, I'm well down on the clock, so I've got to risk something. Plays knight forward. That's an excellent move, isn't it? I missed that. So now he's got bishop up to hit the knight if he wants. Otherwise I'm going to have to get the knight active. Maybe he can even just push. That's what he's done. So I have to go there to hit the bishop, and then I have to make a square for the knight. Yes, that's what I expected. Might as well take. So take, push doesn't work. So I've got to keep the knight, I think. But clearly I don't really realistically have anything here. Yeah, there's no way to get to his king, is there? There's no hope of any tactics there, I don't think. Yeah, he's just hidden it off. check, king up, and I had a check. So let's push. No, that's a waste of a move. Again, there's another fork, but he's covered it, so it might have been playable lost move. Ooh, I can't do that. Yeah, I'm just out of time, and I've been way ridiculously too slow here. Got nothing. Now, well done. I don't know why I was so slow that game. Let's quicken up this next one, whoever we play, whatever the rating. Let's play quicker. We have a 2376 National Master. Look. Oh, he's going berserk mode. That's how I won against that WIM. Now let's just play up. Oops. I think knight up is playable here, but I might be forgetting my theory. See, unlike that WIM I played, he's not going really crazy fast. And I can see what his idea is. So let's bring the knight over. Actually, yeah, I can challenge that bishop. If I take, he's got check, that's no good. Let's close that diagonal down. Now there is a threat to take the pawn. Take, bishop can still take though. Then I grab the pawn. Wow, that's sharp, isn't it? Very sharp. Let's just bring the bishop up. I don't think he'll take it. Hit the rook. Again, I'm not even sure why I did that. Actually, that's not a good move. Oh, I've just allowed him in anyway, haven't I? What have I done that for? That's a mate in 3, I think, if I take. Queen check back, knight check over mate. Wow. Oh, I've done it anyway. I did it anyway, that was calamitous. Wow, that's my worst performance. Okay, keep it. Let's go for a gambit line. He's obviously got knight across any time he wants it. So I will drop the bishop back. So not really a good line I've played again. Try and just centralise the rook, again keep it simple. Okay, so bishop up, bishop up. Okay, he didn't play bishop up. Maybe pawn up. He'll probably counter, he does. Thought I had knight over here, but maybe not. I'm going to bring the bishop up and the queen where the bishop was. Knight in I'll probably take though. Obviously we can drop the bishop back and effectively swap these over. Knight across is a move if takes the bishop hangs. But again, it doesn't really create anything, that's the problem. Queen across, he can play up. Pawn up. So he does play up. Oh, he's got knight over anyway. He had knight over anyhow. Wow. Why did he not play it? Okay, I think I've got knight up there to hit the bishop. Goes back. Support both knights, so this knight can move if it has to. How do I get across? Maybe sack the rook. Let's go for this. He does push. F4 though opens up everything, doesn't it? So let's play king up and then maybe F4. And hope I'm not blundering everything. Which I might well be, but... Okay, I couldn't go back there, I thought. Ooh, maybe not. It's kind of forced, isn't it? So I'm going to lose an exchange here. If he takes, knight takes. If I take with a rook, he takes here. So this is forced. Ooh, I'll lose a knight at the end of it though. Wow. Yeah, no, I've got nothing. Got nothing there, he's just finished that well. I've just had a few poor games at the end. I've now 5 losses in 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losses in 9, but I've still done very well, played at my rating level, had some very good wins. Alright, good luck. Play another Sicilian. Okay, I'll push. Goes back. I thought knight over here was playable. Try and jump in. I might end up losing the pawn, but I'll get rid of his bishop. Yeah, maybe queen up was better there. Now takes, check. He goes back. Doesn't really create anything. Ooh, can I go forward here? Try and bring the bishop up just as a nuisance. Okay, rook across. Oh, I've blundered a piece. He just takes it. What am I doing? I suppose I could take, bishop takes, but his queen goes back. I think he can take the knight there, can't he? He could have just taken the knight there. Pawn down, I'll play queen across. I don't want to trade, but then he can just push again. So I'm going to have to. I'm surprised he did that. Okay, knight's now pinned. Again, I'm going to take a risk. If I can, I'll push it right the way through, but... he counters it. So f4, f5 might be playable. Let's pin the knight again. He plays up. Okay, I'll trade that one. Hit the queen and maybe go here, which is where I should have gone in the first place. He won't take there, but I'll pre-move just in case. He doesn't. I've got a take, I think, there. So he's got a choice of which one he wants. Okay, drop back. He'll push, I guess, and I'll have to go this way. But then when he gets rook down, this could be really, really tough to defend. Actually, I've got pawn up for a move, haven't I? Hit the queen. He's got no check. Well, I've dropped the queen. What am I doing? Wow, that's just a brainwave. Well, very, very good performance from the leaders. 4 minutes left, so this will be the final game if it lasts. Okay, let's play traditional Retty style this time. Oh, it takes, okay. I think knight up is correct here. Now the choice is where to put the pawn. I think this way to go here. Bishop up looks fine. Oh, maybe he's got this now. I have to go up if he plays it, so that means trading queens. But then if he plays up, is my queen trapped? No, because I'm hitting... That's what he's looking at, he's trying to trap the queen. So I'm going to get back and step back while I can. Otherwise that move, the queen was trapped. The pressure on the pawn indirectly. Let's get castled, get it out of the way. He's obviously got knight in, he doesn't play it. So stop the knight coming here. I'm going to sack a pawn there. He doesn't take. Again, if he takes, the idea is to play knight over when you're just hitting everything this way. Whether it's any good, I don't know. I'll play up and look to trade. So we're hitting the pawn. So take that while we can. If I drop back, it's got to be right to drop back. Grabs, so rook across, lose a bishop, gain a queen, lose a rook, develop while we can, hope I'm not blundering. See, bishop check doesn't work, does it? So let's take. He goes with a rook, I didn't expect that, so I've got to find a way to unwind. I think just rook up and rook across somewhere here and bring the other rook across, that's what I'm aiming for. Yeah, gives myself options. Supports the pawn, support the bishop. Ideally we want to double up and put pressure on the back. So there's pressure here now, we're threatening to get rid of one of the rooks, and we'd also discover on this one if we trade here. King up, of course, is an issue. Maybe pawn up to kick the queen and drop the bishop back. So he's given me the option to trade. Takes, takes. Yeah, I'll just take and simplify. Right, get the tempo on the queen to develop. And try and find a square for my queen. Right, let's play up. Ooh, that's dangerous. I'm playing it this way because I've got two different ways to support my pawn. Has he just blundered a pawn there? I think he's blundered. But I don't know if I'm capable of winning this or not. Get a pawn as far forward as I can. Now push and try and tie his king down to the defence. Well, that's definitely right to take. Now let's keep him tied back. Whoa, is he really going for this? Okay, he's grabbing a pawn, but he's in a little bit of difficulty. I think he's got away with it actually. Check, he goes back. Yeah, I have to play it this way. What? That's a good game. That should be the tournament over.